Once again, welcome to my YouTube channel, Maths with Ease by Mr. Kamotho. And in this video, we continue to explain rationalization of the denominator. And in the previous video, we have talked about introducing a number that multiplies both the numerator and the denominator such a way that we don't change the original meaning. And of course, we rationalize the denominator, or our denominator becomes a rational number. And we came up with a word called conjugate. And we said when we have one term in the denominator, which is a third, then the conjugate becomes itself, or we multiply both the numerator and the denominator with the very denominator that is irrational. But that is when we have only one term, like root 2 or root 7 or root 15, whatever it is. But when we have two terms, in such a case, in both of these cases, we introduce now a conjugate with an objective of rationalizing the denominator. And the trick is, the conjugate that we introduce is the same denominator, but with a different sign. When we have two terms, we're bringing the same number that comes in with a different sign. And I will explain why we have to have a different sign in both cases. For example, in part A, we have 1 over 1 plus the root of 2. Now, the number we bring in to multiply both the numerator and the denominator is the same denominator, which is 1, but now instead of plus, it is minus root 2. And the same case happens in the numerator, 1 minus root 2. Again, mathematically, if we divide the numerator and the denominator, we get 1. That means we are continuing to multiply the original number by 1, meaning that we are changing nothing. We can expand the numerator. We have 1 multiplied by 1 minus root 2. And the denominator, we have 1 plus root 2 multiplied by 1 minus root 2. The numerator is going to give us 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times minus root 2 is negative root 2. The denominator is going to give us 1 times 1, we have a 1, using the FOIL, of course. 1 times minus root 2, we have a negative root 2. And then, that is, remember we are still using the FOIL. The first gave us this one. The outer gave us minus root 2. Now the inner, and this is where you should be keen, or you should pay attention. The inner is root 2 and 1. Root 2 times 1 is plus root 2. And of course, you can already see how these different signs have cancelled out the third part. You can see we have minus root 2 and plus root 2, which are cancelling out, and we are likely to have a rational part, or a rational number at the denominator. But the last two terms, that is root 2 times minus root 2, is simply minus 2. So, as we can see, 1 minus root 2 remains that way. 1 minus root 2 numerator. The denominator is 1 minus 2 is negative 1. And you can see minus root 2 plus root 2 will cancel out. And this is the same as the whole of this numerator divided by negative 1 is simply minus 1 plus root 2 over 1, which remains that. Remember, the numerator, when we divide both sides by negative, divides both sides by negative 1, we have this 1 divided by negative 1 becomes negative 1, minus root 2 divided by minus 1 becomes positive root 2, and minus 1 divided by minus 1 becomes 1, and there is no point of writing it over here. So that is it for part A. For part B, we have 7 all over 3 minus root 2, and as I have explained to you, now the number we bring as a multiplier is the same denominator but with a different sign. So 3 plus root 2, 3 plus root 2. Let me just expand it over here. So we have 7, 3 plus root 2 all over 3 minus root 2 multiplied by 3 plus root 2. The numerator gives us 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times root 2 is plus 7 root 2 all over. The denominator using the FOIL again, 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times root 2 is plus 3 root 2. Minus root 2 times 3 is minus 3 root 2. You can already see that this one and that one already cancel out. And minus root 2 times root 2 is minus 2. So the whole thing becomes 21 plus 7 root 2 all over 9 minus 2, which is a 7. And you realize that in the numerator, 7 is common, so we can get it outside. We have 7 outside. We have 3 plus root 2 all over 7. And we can cancel out by 7, 1, by 7, 1. And our final answer becomes 3 plus root 2. And that is just like it. Subscribe, follow, and of course, share widely. And let us meet in the next video. Thank you.